Hi, everybody. Welcome back to this podcast. So, as you all know, I've started this series starting with Rule 73, no, that which is venue and process from Philippine Rules of Court. So today, I will uh, practice my recitation skills for Rule 74. It does not necessarily mean that I will be the one who will discuss it in class, but um, I'll have to practice myself in speaking more comfortably kasi I find it really hard to communicate since medyo matagal na since the last time na nag-recite ako. And talagang sobrang tagal na rin the last time na tinodo ko yung aral ko. So, as you all know, this is from Rules of Court. And yung i-discuss ko ngayon is solely relying on the codal itself. So, I won't be explaining much. I won't be citing cases for now kasi I haven't read anything other than the codal. We are in quarantine when I started recording this series, so I was not able to buy the necessary book references that I may need in studying the law. So yeah, I'll post again yung screenshots ng aking mga notes. I'll post again yung codal provisions of the law with some highlights that is highlighted for my own usage, no? So, kung hindi nyo maintindihan yung highlight, it's fine. I'm sorry. Pero yun yung ko kasi, it's easier for me to dissect the provisions when I highlight things, no? Not only in the provisions, as well as to other readings that we usually have. I'd rather read and highlight the important notes that I think is very important so that I can remember, no? Although, unlike sa iba na may ginagawa silang color coding na this one is for the facts, this one is for definition. 'Di ba yung mga colors na yan? Wala naman yun sa akin. As of now, walang color decoding ang aking mga highlights. Just because nag-differentiate ako ng mga colors. That is simply because gusto kong mahiwalay yung mga thoughts. So, kung kunyari yung yellow thoughts, I want it to distinguish na iba yun sa green na naka-highlight. Although, magkatabing sentences lang sila. No? So, ayun. So, let's start. Rule 74. Summary Settlement of Estate. Section 1. Extrajudicial settlement by agreement between heirs. No? So, here, we have two paragraphs. And in the first paragraph, there is three conditions for me, no, na we have to take note. So, if the decedent left no will, the decedent left no debts, and the heirs are all of age, or the minors are represented, no, if those three conditions are met, the parties may divide the estate among themselves. So this is the extrajudicial settlement of the estate. No? So this is outside judicial processes. So this is conducted by means of public instrument filed of the Register of Deeds. So that's the first condition. That's the first scenario. If hindi naman pasok doon, let's see sa second scenario, second condition that may be applicable. No? So, this is only one. If, yun nga, if doon, kung hindi kayo nag-match dun sa first condition, if yung mga heirs have disagreement, kung hindi talaga nagkakasundo-sundo sa ano bang tawag natin dito, sa settlement of the estate, hindi sila magkasundo-sundo usually kasi diba nag-aaway-aaway ang mga pamilya dyan, they can do so, they can settle the estate by means of filing an ordinary action of partition. This action, no, we had a glimpse of that sa earlier rule 73. So, if you're interested, you might want to check that out. So, there. And the third condition, no? If nag-iisang tagapagmana ka lang, if you're the only one heir, no? So, you may adjudicate all the estates, the entire estate, by means of an affidavit to be filed as well in the Register of Deeds. So, ayun, yun lang naman yung extrajudicial settlement, no? So, yung pangalawa, hindi na siya extrajudicial. Sinabi lang siguro, inad lang siya para ma-identify na there are different modes of the settlement of the estate, no? The judicial and extrajudicial one. Sa three conditions na to, all of them must file a bond. Magpa-file ng bond sa Register of Deeds in the amount equivalent to the value of the personal property involved. Kung magkano lang yung personal property. I don't know why, as of now, kung bakit personal lang at hindi involved yung real property if may kasamang ganon, no? So, yeah. The decedent is presumed to be no debt or debt-free, walang utang. If no creditor filed the petition for letters of administration within 2 years after his death. So, ayun, 2 years. Ito, mahalagang mahalaga yung 2 years later. Makakasalamuha natin uli si 2 years upon taking down my notes. Talagang nakita ko na si 2 years is very vital sa settlement of the estate. So, sa second paragraph ng section 1, may note dito na extrajudicial settlement or administration shall be filed in newspaper of general circulation. So, hindi mo siya, ang tawag dito, hindi siya dadaan sa court proceedings, pero it must be filed in newspaper of general circulation. Why? Probably because to notify everybody. Di ba parang ang assumption natin dito is pagka pinublicize natin with newspapers of general circulation, it presumes na na-inform tayo, no? Although may note din dito sa second paragraph ng Section 1, Rule 74, no extrajudicial settlement shall be binding upon any person who has not participated therein or had no notice thereof. Na for me, hindi pa malinaw. But that's the very word of the codal provision. So, probably when I start to read the assigned cases, I might understand it more. So, let me know if you also want me to discuss the jurisprudence, some jurisprudence, no? And if I still have the time to do so. So, let's proceed to Section 2. Section 2 is about the summary settlement of estate of small value. So here, ang condition lang is that the gross value of the estate left by the decedent does not exceed 10,000 pesos. So, ang gagawin lang, that fact na hindi lumagpas ng 10,000 pesos must be made to appear to the CFI, now RTC, na may jurisdiction filed by an interested person. Malamang sa malamang ay yung heir. No? Ang condition lang is that it should be published once a week for 3 weeks in newspaper of general circulation in the province. So, pagka ganitong situation, the court may proceed summarily. Tama ba yung pagkakabigas ko? Summarily, without appointment of executor or administrator. So, let's proceed to Section 3. Bond to be filed by distributees. So, ang sabi, bond may be required to the distributees. Ito yung mga heirs or yung magre-receive ng estate. So, heirs nga sila. If personal property is distributed. Connected siya dun sa earlier discussion natin sa section 1 din yun, diba? Na regardless of what kind of settlement you may enter into, kung mapa-judicial or extrajudicial settlement man yan of the estate, you are required to file a bond. Kasi if may personal property na involved, yung amount, sabi sa section 3, is to be fixed by court. Why? Yan ang tanong natin. That is answered in section 3. Para daw sa mga just claim na po pwedeng i-file pa under section 4 of the Rule 74. So, what is that section 4? Let's see. Section 4, liability of distributees and estate. Kung within 2 years, if within 2 years after the settlement and distribution of an estate, it shall appear that an heir or other person that has been unduly deprived of his lawful participation in the estate, he may compel the settlement of the estate so that makukuha niya yung proper due to him. No? So, there. If there are debts not paid within 2 years, pwedeng habulin pa for that specific 2 years. Yun yung sinasabi ko rin kanina, di ba? From section 1, nabanggit na rin yan. No? So, if heir or person deprived of participation in money, so within 2 years, dapat maglabasan na yan. Otherwise, wala nang habol. doon sa estate. 2 years, etong 2 years na pinag-uusapan natin is from the point na na-distribute na settle, everything is settled and distributed. The estate has been settled and distributed. Okay? Here, if yun nga, yung within 2 years, may mga naghabol pa, the court may settle the amount. No? How? The court may order the distributees to contribute. Mag-ambagan na lang sila para makompensate yung mga just claims na nag-file covering within the 2-year period. And then, or the court may also issue an execution against the bond. Naalala nyo kanina, diba? Required silang mag-file ng bond sa Section 3. So, ayun. Yun ang second option ng court. Ang first option is to require or to order the distributees na mag-ambagan to contribute to pay the just claims. And then, their second option is to file an execution against the bonds na binayaran din ng mga distributees before. And then, their last option is to execute against the real estate of the deceased. So, kung hindi enough yung bond, yung personal properties, yun naman yung hierarchy, saka lang tayo magre-resort sa real estate na naiwan ng decedent. So, ito yung pinakamahalagang note for me. No? And I think I wrote it verbally. Verbally ba? So, yeah. I'll read it. Such bond and real estate shall remain charged with a liability to creditors, heirs, or other persons for the full period of 2 years after distribution, notwithstanding any transfer of real estate may have been made. So, this very sentence is summary of whole Rule 73. I mean 74. Diba? Kasi, yung 2 years na yan, 2-year period na yan, binanggit na siya simula pa lang sa Section 1. So, talaga napakahalaga niyang 2-year period na yan. And may special section para ang Section 5. So, if 2 years na ang lumipas at may lumitaw, pwede pa if and only if yung person na yon is a minor or mentally incapacitated or in prison or outside the Philippines. Yung mga binanggit ko lang na yon, yung 4 na yon, minor, mentally incapacitated, in prison, and outside the Philippines, kung alin man sila doon, they may present claim within 1 year after the removal of disability. So, there. Minor, bakit may disability? Kasi they are not capacitated to contract, diba? Pero kasi dapat, they are legally represented na. So, yeah, I don't know. Another is yung mentally incapacitated. So, during lucid interval, I don't know. I'm not really sure the spirit of the law. We might know sa future readings. We'll find out. Or in prison. So, you are deprived of your liberty. And then, outside the Philippines, you may not be informed. So, after ma-remove yung mga disability ninyo to contract, no, you can file a claim within 1 year. So that's it. That's Rule 74, Summary Settlement of Estate. So see you for Rule 75. Hi! Hi! Thanks for listening. Let me know kung ilang beses lumabas yung rooster kanina sa comment below. Thank you!